We are going, only Allah knows where we're going, and I know we will get there. It will be hard, I know, that the road will be muddy and rough, but we'll get there. I know, we will get there. Only Allah knows how we'll get there. And I know we will get there. We are going. Only Allah knows where we're going. And I know we will get there. We will get there. Only Allah knows how we'll get there. But I know we will get there, inshallah. Oh my god, I love this song so much. That's my intro song. Beautiful Fana song ever. I feel like getting out dancing. Assalamu alaikum YouTube. How you all doing? Welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna be talking about Gambia current affair and anglers. Yeah, you guys are about to have more current affairs in English now. How exciting is this? Get ready to understand the real Gambian culture. And I'm gonna try to speak in my best English. So, bear with me, my English are not very good, but I'm gonna make sure that you guys know exactly what I'm gonna be talking about. So, let me fix my lip gloss first. I want to look cute this morning. Awesome, right there. So, today's current affair, I'm going to be talking about recent Facebook current affairs, you know. Because, okay, I'm going to introduce myself first. For some of you that don't know me, my name is Ami Job. I have to tell you that about me first. And I'm also going to tell you that I am good at talking about something and jumping on the next thing. I know, really bad habit. I'm trying to change. Bad habits are hard to break out of. So you better do not develop them. Or when you're starting to develop them, run for your life. Okay, my name is Ami Job and I live in Scotland for the past 14 years now. Let's not talk about why I'm here and everything. If you guys want a special video for that, let me know, of course. And I am a comedian, motivational, talking for my culture because I am broken by the culture, whatever. Okay, so this channel, I do give tips on how we can change our certain culture behavior that is not good for us. While I'm working on mine first, of course, I was worse than this. I'm telling you. Some of you that watching me for years, shout out for you guys. Bless you. You know how I was when I first started talking about my culture. I was worse than Art Cathy, okay? So so I talk about my culture, but I talk about it in my language more, you know. It's a Gambian thing that you're not allowed to talk about anything bad. So I wasn't used to talking about it in English, you know. But I'm trying to break out of the cell slowly because I'm kind of getting fed up of trying to be there for my culture and protect my culture and not see anything, you know, in English. But the culture don't even give a damn, you know. They're always just attacking you for things and just doesn't matter you say it in the language or not. Most of the time they still don't care if you say it in the language or not. They call you, say talk a lot and says looking for buzz or money or followers. And they call you, say stress, is depressed, is mad, say just talk a lot. When they actually talk like you or worse, but they're just not doing it in the camera, you know. So yeah, I'm just kind of little fed up, especially this recent issue that is going on, which I will explain in the video as well. Every day I'm getting a little fed up about talking, you know, in only my language. So let's hope that I'm not gonna be too fed up and just start speaking in my broken English. Hey, because they definitely won't like that then. But anyway, so yeah, so like my video, and if you want to sponsor my channel, you can watch my ads. That's a way of sponsoring my channel. Or if you want to PayPal me or Cash App me, of course I'll try to put those details in the link. Don't know why I'm begging you guys. Anyway, I used to beg growing up, beg in the street. That's a long story. But right now I'm not begging on the street, but you know, still don't mind a little donation for my little work, you know. If you want to donate me, fine. Or you can just watch my ad. That is a way of donating me. And I do support my family in Africa a lot who are very poor and need help, you know. So you're not really helping me. You're helping me to help other people too, you know. But anyway, that's another story. So yeah, just want to put that out there. This is embarrassing. Okay, let's move on. So, So yeah, I'm gonna talk about that stuff in English, and whenever I want to talk about my culture in English, stuff that is a bit embarrassing and bit not very good image of my culture, I always feel ashamed, like I said. But I'm gonna try to talk about this today. This one is not so bad, but it's not very good, and you'll see what I mean. So number one, I'm gonna talk about why Africa cannot be developed. I know this is bad, isn't it? So bad, but I'm gonna talk about it. I'm going to talk about this in English. I've been talking about this in my language for years. Like I said, I've been doing videos for 4 years now. But I'm going to talk about this in English today. God give me energy. I'm calm. I'm full of mindfulness. I'm whole. I'm calm. So I'm going to try to talk about this without getting rage, of course, which is why I'm meditating. So today's current affair is gonna be the issues that is going on Facebook, like I said. So some is gonna be about politics. I'm gonna explain why Gambia cannot be, Africa is hard to develop. You know, the way we do politics. You guys should know this, even if you're not from Africa, you should know this is why. This is one of the main reasons, the way we do politics. And the fact that we also run away from Africa, those are the two reasons. I've been saying this in my language for years. So I'm going to talk about this today. And the other current affair that I'm going to be talking about is the issue that is going on because there's some Gambian YouTubers called Aji's Corner. They did a video talking about Mandinkas. I'll put their name when I'm showing their little clip of the video or just their picture of the video. You guys can look them up. They do English videos and they just, you know, they're fun, funny. They're two best friends who live in Birmingham, I think, UK. But they do Gambia YouTube videos, talk about Gambia issue or just talk about general issue in general in English and in our language. So look them up. They're fun, caring, loving, cheerful. You watch them and you're excited, you know, like. So yeah, they're not like Amijo, because me sometimes you can watch me and you're excited, and sometimes I'm like, you know, just very African in my topic, especially when it's my culture thing that I experience. I'm working on it, but you can see the video I did yesterday. Hopefully I'm not going to be like that today. You guys must be confused watching people like that. You know, people like Ami and Cathy, who just start talking and then the next minute they switch and start being, the pain just start rising, you know, rising. What's the English word? So hopefully the pain is not going to rise. So calm down today, you know. We're doing this video today peacefully. So stay calm. Enjoy your cucumber and lemon drink. Good girl. Stay calm today. We're going to be professional and calm. Okay, so I'm going to start from Gambia politics first, like I said, and then I'm going to move to the video that I told you that this two Gambian ladies that does YouTube that create a really big misunderstanding and create a big drama on Facebook. People insulting the other tribe, Wolof. The Mandinka people make a Facebook live insulting the Wolof. I've not seen the Wolof make a Facebook live insulting back, so I hope they would. Okay, so let's talk about the politics part first. So the politics of Gambia is getting worse, especially in this pandemic time of the year. Some of you know that Gambia is really small. Gambia is known for 2 million people, sometimes less than 2 million, sometimes 2 million. We've been known for this for years. We never even passed the 2 million yet. I think it's because we travel a lot. Every grown person, the moment you're 20, you're thinking of going, or even before you reach 20. And this is the main reason why we are going. These things that I'm going to be explaining today. The fact that the politics is so dirty and so bad and so evil, so the leaders cannot fix nothing. Even if you want to, they won't give you the chance to fix it. It's that bad. People go as far as, you know, the main electric place where they have the main system for the electric is called Nawek. People go as far as going to those places, cutting the wires, so the whole country will not have electricity. I saw videos like that on Facebook. It's that bad. Just because they hate the government, they want the government to go. So people can criticize the government. That's just one thing that people can do, just for politics. If you want to know more about Gambia politics and the history, I cannot explain all this now, today. I'm just going to quote this video to what I'm going to be talking about. Look at my video that I explained. It's called, I think, Gambia Politic Historical Analysis, something like that. Look it up. You will see that video. You will understand the whole history of Gambia politics that I tried to explain there. Okay, what I know about the history. So there are these two people, three people by the way, in the opposition people of Gambia politics, Gambia government. And these people are the worst nightmare that ever happened to Gambia and to themselves and to the political party that they're supporting. I explained in that video that I analyzed the Gambia political history that the big opposition people in Gambia is called UDP. And this government of Gambia now was in the UDP. But it's a long story. I cannot explain all. Like I said, go and see that video and understand all. But now he's not in there. And I cannot explain all why he's not in there anymore, because then this video will all finish again with just explaining that, which I already have that video. Like I said, look for that video. So now he's not there anymore, and these people that is UDP, they are really old party and they really rage. And they're not rage just because he's not there anymore, but they have a fight misunderstanding with him, which is why he's not there anymore. Which is, I'm just gonna quickly explain that, because if not, you will not really get this. And in case if you don't see that video, you will still have an idea. So their party leader, who they wanted to be a president, when we took Jammeh out last year, 3 years ago, 2016 December, or 2007 December, I think. Can't remember. I think it's 16 years. So they wanted their party leader to be a president, but Jammeh jailed him just before Jammeh went, before we removed Jammeh, which is the ex-president, the dictator we used to have for 22 years. So because Jammeh jailed him just before he left, Jammeh couldn't be president, so they had to choose somebody in their party. And that person now, when that person opened the door for their party leader UDP to get out after he took over, then a lot of these people are angry because they want this man to be a president, not this other new man. But it was too late. So then this man employed him to be a vice president, but it just couldn't work. They couldn't get on. So he sacked him, and now they become the worst enemy. And the supporters of him withdraw. They go with this old man. A lot of them go with this old man who is the former party of UDP. And these three people that I'm going to be explaining here today, they also belong to that old man, that old party, which is now against in the president party. So the president now formed his own party. It's called NPP. This NPP party don't have a lot of people, you know. He tried to get some new people, you know, here and there. But the whole UDP group that formed the president himself, a lot of them withdraw and went with the old man because that's who they know. So it's a wall of thing, like I explained before. We are used to ganging up. But like I said, just go and watch that video, you explain everything. I'm saying wall of thing. It's a Gambian thing and just African thing. So they don't want to betray this old man and go with this man maybe or whatever. Anyway, so now they're doing everything for them to become a government president next year. It's 1.5 years almost, or less than 1.5 years before our election. So they're dying to be a Gambian government. For me, I don't mind. I used to be in the politics, but since I see all this going on and the government is not doing much about the healthcare and stuff, I just withdraw. It's good I withdraw, I thank God. The amount of hours you will spend on Facebook Live are given, and the amount of trouble you will get for being in this politics. No politics, even politicking for Dubai, country that the president built like a Dubai, is not worth it. And the damage that we cause doing politics, because we cannot do anything kindly with mindfulness. We're used to doing things harshly, and we kept, because we think that's the only way forward. That's the weak way of dealing with things. Anyway, that's another story. So I am not there anymore, and these three main people that I'm going to be talking about, I am so it's more than them, but I cannot watch all of them because me alone, I'm doing videos all the time. When I'm not doing videos, I'm either, you know, doing research about stuff or reading some mindful stuff or listening to mindful stuff. So I cannot follow all their videos, but I still listen to their videos, of course, because most of my current affairs are from Facebook current affairs. So I have to listen so I know what's happening a little bit, you know. So these three people, Mark Jane and Bamba Mas and Sirif Sise, these three people, they are the worst enemy of the Gambia right now that I know of, that I hear of. But I'm going to talk about 4 men in this video today, which is another guy is, what's his name? Nyang Jai. He also, he's been attacked for some reason. I'll explain that in the end. And then I'll explain this other video I told you that this girls did that create this problem. So I'm going to try to speak fast and focus so I can finish this video. I don't want this video to be 2 hours long, but it's so many details. So I was going to do this video in English and Mandinka, or just Mandinka, but I changed my mind. I'm just going to do it in English because it's too long to do both language. Okay, a lot of the Mandinka speaks English anyway, so give this video a like if you want more videos like this to explain about Gambia stuff, you know, in English. I'll try, you know. I'll try still to not go deep, but if they make me angry, I'll go really deep. Because I'm tired. I just want us to behave and fix these things that is harming us. I don't care if it's going to embarrass us before we fix it. I'm going to try to use manner though. But yeah. So, yeah, so I'm going to start with Bamba Mas first. I'm not going to say much about Bamba Mas, but I'm going to talk about him again today. So Bamba Mas, he was working with the government, this new government, okay? So when they sacked him, he was working in the London embassy here. I explained that in that video that I did the other day. So he was working in the London embassy, Gambia London embassy. So they accused him of stealing money or whatever, and they sacked him. And he's angry now. He went with the old party, which is UDP, because that's where he's from as well. But when this UDP have a problem with this government, then he went with the government because he was working with them. But now he went back to UDP. So he's always doing Facebook Live, accusing, saying things, you know, things that some could be true and many could not be true. Or he's exaggerating them. What's the English word? Because they're doing everything so this president can go. But it's too early, I think. We have almost 1 year and 5 months. Or 1 year and 5 months before election. So if they start going rage now, and going as harsh as they're going now, imagine what's going to happen when the time comes. Their heart is already used to rage and evil politics. I'm scared for my country. So we have bigger issue in my country, actually. So this man is always doing Facebook Live explaining, I used to work in the government, you all know this. So I know this and this from the government, this and this from the government. And you know this is not good. It's going to make people to be, the government people will be scared to employ somebody else from this party, which majority of the people are in Gambia are from this party, because this party is basically, it's like almost 90% Mandinka people. And Mandinka, the Gambia is like 70% or more than 70% Mandinka. So we need peace there, okay? So if this government cannot work with people from that party, that means this government cannot work with those people, you know. They only have to go with other Gambia, and that's going to bring diversity and hate. We just have to work together. But what he's doing is telling the government to not employ them, because when they employ them, when they sack them for whatever reason, they will come Facebook every day and do live and start being a safe Facebooker and talking about the government, saying, I know this about the government because I was working there, I know that. I think that's very unprofessional and just childish and insane and bringing hate. But anyway, that's what he's doing. So I condemn that. I say that in another video, and I'm going to repeat that. So he's very damaging to the political party he is and to the government, because he's going to make people to not employ him. He's going to make the government to find it difficult to employ people from his political party. And even if his political party end up being a president, people with his political party employ, if they sack them for whatever the reason is, they can come to Facebook and see whatever they want, because he's opening door for them. And this is very bad. Nothing is worth it. You can still talk about what you don't like about the government and like try to make your government win by selling your agenda, but not going deep and saying, I know this secret from you, I know that. That's so evil. Just because you're in the UK, you shouldn't do this, you know. Okay, so the next person that I want to talk about is Sirif Cisse. But I'm going to talk about him last, because he linked with this girl that I explained, these YouTubers that I explained, these two girls. His new video linked with them. But he's also really bad doing evil politics. I'll try to explain that when I'm talking about him. So I'm going to move to Mark Jane. Mark Jane is also another opposition person who is with this other man that I just explained, who is with the UDP. So this man, actually, his hate for the government and his hate for the country that he claimed to love is insane. Okay? Because when you love something, no matter how much that thing annoys you, you have to know how to fix the problem. This is the problem. You cannot harm it deeply. When you call it, I love it, I'm fixing it. You know, this is the problem I'm always talking about in my culture. You know, we just have to learn how to fix things, you know, and we have to be more real. So, because the government is not doing what you want, for example, or the government is slow at doing things, or they're corrupt or whatever, like many governments are anyway, you don't have to go deep and ruining that tiny Gambia for us. You know, hopefully Allah will not allow that to happen. So he's politicizing this, you know, him and the rest of the UDP, a lot of them, politicizing this sickness, you know, called coronavirus. So they're saying that the coronavirus didn't exist. He did a new audio. I cannot post the, you know, play the audio because you won't understand it. It's Mandinka. It's no point. A lot of you know, hear the audio. I heard that people posting on Facebook that the Gambia government is looking for him. When he go to Gambia, they'll arrest him. I don't know. He made an audio swearing to his God. He's always doing videos about these people. There's an audio I hear from the video he did, a Facebook live at his work. He was like, I'm at work. So he will do like he call it midnight show. He will do so in the night, you know, like 12 midnight or whatever time. I think he live in the UK, I'm not sure. And he'll be talking about, I have my secret agent in the government who said this and said this. They said this, they said that is going on. This and this, A, B, and C is what's going on with the government now. This is A, B, and C is their plan. Watch out, people. These people are doing this. They're planning to do this because Adam Barrow don't want to go when the 5 years finish. I know when Adam Barrow took over, he promised after 3 years, it's going to be election and then he will go. That was the agreement. The 3 years is over and he doesn't want to go. He wants to continue for 5 years. But we don't have to ruin Gambia and create war and make politics so dirty and bad and evil. So even if he go, you guys will never have peace with your government. That's not clever. And that's not love for Gambia at all. You cannot be selfish and just think of you. Anyway, so he is just going insane. So he made a new video saying that the whole coronavirus is not true. It doesn't exist in Africa. Look at how childish is this. He said that, you know, Africa, we are fighting the coronavirus. It's very hard because Africa don't even believe in the coronavirus. You know, Africa don't believe in nothing most of the time. You know how we are, okay? Too laid back, that is insane sometimes, okay? We don't believe in nothing sometimes, including ourselves sometimes, okay? So a lot of people think that the coronavirus is an African sickness, simply also because scientists say that this sickness cannot contain heat. So because they hear that word, that this sickness cannot contain heat, they think that it doesn't exist in Gambia, or it's not going to happen in Africa. Even Senegal have that problem too. I don't know other Africans, but they tend to think that this sickness is a European sickness. You know, it doesn't survive heat. But it does survive. It doesn't mean that it's not going to happen to people in Africa. It doesn't survive heat. Doesn't mean that you cannot catch it. But it's a long story. So he made a video swearing to his God, swearing to his life, to make people to believe him, because for us, normally when you swear using Allah and stuff, we tend to believe you a lot as a Muslim. So he swear very harsh swearing, saying that this government, this audio he have, this message he have from his special agent that work in the government, have told him that this government is planning to work with Senegal government so they can bring some ID card. They can make some fake ID card for the election, so the president will not go. And that he also said that the coronavirus didn't exist. Everybody that they're saying they died from the coronavirus. By the way, yesterday I read that we have about 19 dead, sorry. It was yesterday when I read that. And they also say that we have about 190 confirmed cases. So yeah, and the majority of the people were women. And I can't remember the number of people that recover and everything else, but that's what I remember about yesterday. You can look it up if you want to know Gambia current situation with coronavirus. So it's spreading, you know, we are scared. And a lot of people are worried because we're not used to this, and Gambia is very small, you know. Nobody's used to this anyway. So I pray this virus will have cure soon. So he swear, you know, and he says that there's no coronavirus, that the government is just saying that so they can have fun from abroad. Imagine when the people don't believe in the coronavirus, and you have to make them believe it so they can wear a mask and so they can stop going to wedding and party. Because Africa, they always have wedding, and someone have a baby, they always doing party. And they always getting married. Especially my country, because it's a Muslim country, they don't believe in sex without marriage. I'm doing this because a lot of people will, I try to not do sex without marriage, you know, over the years. I'm not doing anything with somebody, but it's not just because I'm too religious. No, I'm not. Subhanallah, I'm learning to be more religious, but I'm just being genuine here. But it's just because I learn to love and adore myself, you know. I don't want to just allow everyone to do me anything because you're trying to get to know me and stuff, you know. But a lot of these men will say that, they will marry you because they're Muslim, they don't want to sleep with you, especially if they really love you. They use that to blackmail you just to marry you. I don't want to have nothing with you without marrying you or something. Or you tell them this and they do it. Or they just see you, even if they sleep with you, they just want to marry you quickly because you look beautiful and they love you, whatever. But most of them will change after they marry you. Majority of them will change after a few years and start treating you horribly for no reason and marry somebody else for no reason. Anyway, that's a long story. Not all of them, but most of them do that. So that's why I was doing that when I was talking about the sex without marriage thing or whatever. So then, because it's a Muslim country, when people swear, people tend to believe them, you know, like when they use Allah to swear at something, you know, like billahi wallahi tallahi or other swearing, okay? We use billahi wallahi tallahi a lot. It's swearing on Allah's name, something like this. In Allah's name or on Allah's name, don't know. So he used that swearing, saying that this detail he got is 100% genuine from his special agent who work with the government, but they're spying, they're dealing with him and the government. Look at this. So now they're making the government to be nervous and paranoid and not trust everybody they're working with. And they're also making the government to not employ anybody that is in their party, UDP, because the government will think if they employ anybody from UDP, that person will spy. Is that not the creating enemy? I'm all about talking about my culture, the things that creating harm, you know. I'm all about talking about that, okay? So it's not easy because I do have some people don't like me because of this, you know. But hey, this is life. Everybody's here for different mission, you know. So these things happen, you know, and he swear, and then he said that this thing is real and that he got this information and that this government is planning to stay for 5 years. So they're planning to do this from Senegal. They're working with Senegal government because the government then just went to Senegal to visit Senegal not long ago. So he said when the government went to Senegal, when the president went, he talked to Senegal president, and this and this is what they discussed, this and this is what they're planning. He talked a lot, you know. In that video is like over half an hour, the audio that I got. And the audio is very scary and annoying because the audio is not good for their political party and it's not good for us. So I condemn that that audio. People say that the government is looking for him, they're going to arrest him. I don't know how true is that. They say when he go to Gambia, they'll arrest him, but I don't know how true is that. But I condemn their dirty, desperate politics. We need to protect Gambia. We can still win. Any political party want to win, you will win. You just have to talk with mindfulness, talk with care, talk with honesty, talk with fear, knowing that if you were there, you wouldn't like this dirty, disgusting, insane politics just because you want to be there. Okay, now I'll move to the next person that I also think that is a big crime to Gambia. So this next person that I think is a big crime to Gambia is this person called Sirif Sise. Sirif Sise is insane. Sirif Sise, he's somebody that politic with violence. They all politic with violence, majority of them that I listen to, but his was. So he did a video condemning these girls that I told, these two YouTubers I explained earlier on, that talk about some Gambian Mandinka culture, some Gambian Mandinka women issues that caused these Mandinka women insulting Gambia, world of women, which I will explain after. So Sirif Sise did a video condemning that. I will explain that, by the way, now before I move to Sirif Sise doing the video. And then I'll talk about Nyang Jai. Or I should talk about Nyang Jai now. So I will just have those two issues left. Okay, Nyang Jai is another man from Gambia who does video. And one of his video is he was even condemning Art Kati as well in English. I don't know if that video is here. I saw it on YouTube. I saw it on Facebook. And he said he was going to post it here. So if you type in his name, Nyang Jai, you might see what he said about Kat Ati as well. So he does video condemning the government, you know. I'm a bit little confused about him. I think he was with the government at first, you know. I remember seeing videos about him supporting the government, something like that, but now he's not. But I wasn't sure if he was really supporting the government. That's what I mean. I'm a bit confused about him. If he was, that's fine, because me too, I was with the government then when he was new, thinking we all need to give it, you know me, I'm all about positivity. But when I see that the government is not focusing on the healthcare, and I see the amount of women dying from childbirth to other things, and just no healthcare, I saw that my family members have to die because of lack of healthcare, and we have to sometimes pay a lot of money to go to Senegal to get treatment. Anyway, if you guys want me to do a good video that is just going to be for Gambian healthcare in general, let me know. So I withdraw from that, you know, from supporting the government. But Nyang Jai, he does video against the government, you know, a while now. A couple of videos that he's been doing now. I'll drink some water. So he did a couple of videos against the government now. And the people don't like it. You know, Africa politics, I don't know other countries, but my country, you guys should already know us now, yeah. For some of you that is not from there. The moment you're against the government, people don't like it. And the moment you support the government, also other people don't like it. You're not allowed to do nothing. You should know this, yeah. It's an African thing. We're not allowed to do nothing. So, we're not just was slave to the white people. We're also slave still with our culture. We're not allowed nothing still like a slave, you know. Subhanallah, I know. Insane. So, he started doing videos, you know, about the government, okay? I know the way he said some of them is very harsh and rough. Just like the way just like the same Art Kati that he's trying to condemn. He's the same as Art Kati, okay? So he made a video, very rough one, when he was talking about the government. In one of his videos, he talked very rough. It's in Wolof though. So if you type in Nyang Jai insult Gambians, Banjulians or Gambians, you will see it is here, but it's in Wolof. If you don't understand English, you won't know it. I think some part of his videos are English, but most of the time he talk in Wolof, you know. So he then insulted the people from Banjul, saying that they're hypocrite, or they're the one that making the country not moving, something like this, because they're going with the president, knowing that the government is not good, but they're greedy. That's why they're going there. I think he even called them, I heard they say he called them Domi Samdi, or Domi Mbeda, something like that, or Domi Samdi. Domi Samdi is Saturday children. Samdi is Saturday in Wolof. Saturday children mean children from a not good home, you know, maybe like nightlife children, or children not from a responsible home, something like this. It's not very good for us, you know. You know, us African, we find everything insulting. You should know this. So even though we insult more than everyone, I know, ridiculous. So then, you know, just the stuff he said in that video, you know, that the Banjul people are not happy with, okay? So they attacked this man when he was going to, I don't know, the mosque or somewhere like this, and they beat him up, okay? I'm gonna try to see if I can post the picture, you know, with this video. So I hope they didn't beat him up so bad, you know, but the news is all over Facebook that they attacked him and beat him up. I think this is yesterday or 2 days ago. I don't know, it's two men or something. I think he posted in his Facebook that it's two people that attack him. Two Banjulian guys. So they attack him, beating him for talking about Banjulians in that rude manner. Okay, so it's just annoying that we don't like anybody to say anything, you know, because when somebody says something, you can against them, but you don't have to beat them or go harsh or choking them to die or like going crazy, you know. You can just use the same mouth that they talk to you and talk to them, you know. Tell them you shouldn't do this because this and that, or you shouldn't talk to us like this. What you're teaching our youths, you're teaching them to talk to us with rudeness, you know. You're supposed to talk to us with manners and respect us, you know. You can talk to him like that, but not like choking him, hitting him, punching him, you know. But anyway, so yeah, they did that to him. So that's all that I wanted to say. So you guys will also know that we're not just against in art, for example, because art is American. No, we just don't want nobody to say nothing. When I say nobody to say nothing, nobody to say nothing. So especially if you're saying it in a rude way, especially if you're from America or any other place. So I think that's good, you know that. That's why I explained this particular one. Okay, now I'm gonna move to this other two YouTube girls, and then I'm gonna talk about Sirif Sise, and I'm gonna wrap this video. Okay, so now I'm gonna talk about these two girls. So these two girls are Aji's Corners. That's what they call. Like I said, they're two best friends that live in England here. I think they live in Manchester or Birmingham. Sorry, I'm not sure, but I think they live in Birmingham. So they do videos, like I said, fun videos. So when they do video and they talk about Wolof women, and because they say that some of their subscribers, the men, they will send them questions like, I want you to talk about this, about our women, you know. So for example, let's say sometimes they have to talk about our women being so proud, some of them, and some of them have attitude, for example, like doing like these African faces or something, or some of them maybe are too lazy in bed, or they don't like save their underarms or whatever, or they don't like dress sexy or whatever. So it's like a fun comedy women, you know. This type of women are everywhere in the world. Some women are a bit laid back with their body and stuff, and some women are a bit like all over the place with it, you know, like get everything in place. So when they talk about that in Wolof, they do talk about things like that, and they do talk about the men all the time, even more. They talk about the men who are not good in bed, or the men who don't look after their women, or the men who are stingy. They just talk about different culture, different of our culture, just like I do. But they never talk about it in Wolof, and sometimes in English. They also do share their own life story, just like I do. So then some of their followers ask them to say this in Mandinka. Okay? So then they say this in Mandinka, they do the Mandinka version, and they talk about the Mandinka women, you know. I think the video is fine. The only bit that I think that put them in trouble is, I think it's when the video it was like around 9 minutes, or let's say from 8 minutes of the video. Can't remember exactly. There was something about the 8 minutes, because I watched the video again to be sure before I do this topic. I think there was something about 8 minutes, after 8 minutes of the video. Can't remember. I think there was something there that maybe they should have said it differently. But around 9 minutes of the video, or just after 9 minutes, that's when they talk about this Mandinka woman being cut. Ooh, that's what they really shouldn't say there. Everyone do mistake. These people are new on YouTube, okay? I'm still talking for 4 years and I still do mistake. It's not easy to talk, especially when you're talking about our culture openly. You know, like you don't sit down and write down things and watch your mouth. You know, like how some professional YouTubers do. They watch their mouth, watch what they're saying. They're scared of the human beings almost, because they know how the people are, you know, when you're talking anyhow. But us African, we're used to just talking anyhow, and that's the reality. I'm learning how to not do that, but it's very hard. Sometimes I just have to, especially when the topic gets to me too much. And for me, it's even worse because the fact that I'm a comedian as well. So I just do my topic like I'm doing comedy all the time, you know. Like, so I don't sit down and write things down. Sometimes I'll take a note of English lesson, for example. I should be doing Mandinka lesson. I used to do English lesson, by the way, I know. You'll be like, what? Your English are not good. I try to teach people from Senegal some little English, which I've not done that for a long time. If you guys want a new one, let me know, by the way. But yeah, they will not even know what I'm saying. What am I talking about? But yeah, I like to do Wolof lesson, Mandinka lesson. Let me know. I think I'm due Wolof lesson. I did one Mandinka lesson not long ago. Comment below if I have more people that are asking for Wolof lesson, or more people asking for English lesson. That's the one that's coming up next. So make sure you comment below which one you want. So I will take note of that, for example, or if I see some topic going on Facebook that I have to talk about, for example, I'll take note of that. But most of the time, I don't think of like what I have to say when I'm talking about it. I just say the thing that is in my mind. So when you're doing this, then it's very dangerous sometimes, because it's easy to just carry on, and then sometimes you say certain things that is not, depend who the listener is, because the listener, if they're listening into it negatively and taking it personally, that's why we all finding it difficult with our videos, we're gonna have to settle somewhere where we're gonna have to watch what we're saying, This is what I'm doing over the years. I used to say things that also that I never really used to go like just talking about some women being caught or something from nowhere. But I do respond about this women being caught thing, because whenever the Manikas insult the wall of women for not being caught, they do insult wall of women for not being caught. And the wall of women insult them back for saying that, I don't care, you've been caught, I'm proud, I'm not caught, So we exchange those words sometimes, which is so embarrassing and insane. Because Maninka women, they caught, most of them, they caught their women, and us Wolof, they don't caught us, the women. So they think we're dirty and we're smelly and we're for not being caught. They think that's going to make you smell when you're not being caught, which is ridiculous. And some of us also think that they're not very good for being caught, and also they're not very good in bed for that, and they also just, and they also cannot satisfy a man because they're caught. So, which is also ridiculous, like no one really experienced the two. So you cannot know the two. Only the person who experienced the thing, who live it, will tell you the reality. And the reality, even, for example, with me, is not the reality with everyone. For example, it's not every woman that is caught have the same way of cutting, or have the same feeling, or the same way of men. It's not the same women that, for example, go through child marriage or go through have the same experience and the same and whatever. So it's really just ridiculous and insane and embarrassing, because a lot of our parents go through this cut and no cut thing. So if we are insulting each other, again, you have to always think out of the box. It's like what I'm explaining about this cat ati issue. You have to think of how you're insulting this innocent old women, sitting there, and you're insulting them for not being caught, and this other one insulting this other one for being caught, So I try over the years, whenever this issue come up, I used to like, there was a couple of videos I did that I used to talk about it more like, like I'll be like, who cares, you're caught, your thingy is A, B, and C because they caught it. So leave our thing, we love it the way that it's not caught, But I was like, what the hell? I shouldn't just allow these people to make me angry that I have to say this, because there's other people that are old and innocent, and they're caught, and they maybe love me, they're my followers, and now they have to be hearing this, So I learned that when you're talking, you have to think about your followers and the people that watching. I think if you do that, we will have peace more. Never mind, for example, you're angry with the government, or you're angry with Amijub, or you're angry with Art Kati, or you're angry with the birds. No. Think about the people that, that is nothing to do with the issue. I saw them even love you. The harm you are doing them, the harm your work is causing. If you send a bad message to the Gambia and tell them there's no coronavirus, the government just want money, so people can hate the government. Think of how they're going to go out not wearing a mask. Think of how they could die because of that. If you just hate someone, just because they say that think of when you reply to them, the thing that the people that love you, how you gonna hurt them. Get me? So let's go back to the video they did that made these people angry. Like I said, I can post the video here, but I'm just gonna put the picture and their name. So if you want, I already put a video yesterday that is a Mandinka one with this issue. I put it this morning, which they explain, why these people are angry. It's no point putting it now because these people speak Mandinka, you won't hear what they're saying. So I'll just put the picture. So when they did a video, so they explain saying that our women, our followers says, so our men followers, Mandinka boys, they say that Mandinka guys, they say that they want us to talk about this issue that we did in Wolof, this topic that we did in Wolof last time about women that is not good in bed and just not very sexy in the house and stuff. The bit lack of that in the house. So they say that we did it in Wolof, but they want us to do it in Mandinka, so the Mandinka women will hear. So they sent us a message saying what they're not happy with about the Mandinka women. And then one of them, even Safi, she was very clever for saying that in this part. She said, by the way, before we start the topic, and she also mentioned, she knows our culture. But she made that mistake of saying, talking about the cut thing after. She said to Aji that Safi is the tall one. She said to Aji that, this video gonna put us into trouble because she knows maybe that these women could be angry because of this. And then she said, but anyway, this topic is not all Mandinka women that are like this. No, we're just gonna talk about Mandinka women that are lack of that in the house, you know. And we're going to talk about it because we talk about it in Wolof, and now we've been asked to talk about it in Mandinka. And this video is not just for Mandinka woman, Manjago woman, Fola woman. This video is just for every woman in general that are not good in house, in the bed, or just not good in looking after themselves in the house, or not good in bed. She explained that very clearly before they continue the topic. But still, the people get angry, of course. And I'll explain why the people get angry at the end. It's beyond just because he's talking about these people being caught. Okay, it's linked to the art cutting issue as well, which I explained in my video yesterday. So so when they start talking about this woman, you know, and then they say this man say that, you know, that this woman, some of them wear big clothes in bed, they don't wear sexy clothes in bed, and some of them don't shave their underarms and just shave everywhere nice and smooth, and some of them don't even shower properly, and they leave their boobs, you know, some women have big boobs and they don't wash underneath properly, they said. So when they're trying to like play with the boobs, it smells bad, you know, just little comedy thing, you know, and they're joking, laughing, talking, and that's what they always do. So the video was for fun, educating video, but they said this thing that if you are sensitive, it's easy to turn it upside down. But I believe it's a mistake, and I believe they learn from it. So I don't agree with them saying that. It's not like I'm agreeing for people to insult Mandinkas, no. So then they say that, you know, they explain all this, you know, and then they say that they also say, I think that they say that when you're in bed, you know, you don't give back, you know, and you kind of relax, you know, when the man is. No. They say two things that these people don't like. Yeah, two things. They said about the cut, and they also said about the Mandinka men wanting to marry Wolof women because Wolof women are more in bed or whatever, just in general. So I think this is also what's annoyed them. These two is what they annoy more of than the rest of the topic. So then they say that this, you know, the men say that you guys are not very. It's called jonge. Jonge is when the woman just knows her things and get everything in place and just like know how to make the man happy, know how to make herself cute. It's called jonge. So they're saying that, you know, you guys like jonge and just like, yeah. So this, which is why they go for Wolof women. And then when one of them said that Aji, that's when Safi make a mistake by saying, no, I know why they go for Wolof women. It's because Wolof women are not cut. And these other women are cut. So the men say that they go for Wolof women because they're not cut. And these other women are, they also, yeah, I'm remembering now. They also say other thing there that is it's something that maybe they shouldn't have said also. Let's just be honest. I don't have hate for no one. But you know my channel. When I'm here, I'm not even protecting myself. I put myself out there too. I embarrass myself every time to tell you things that I did that I hate, you know. So that I regret, that are really embarrassing. And I know you can use it to insult me if you want, but hey, I'm here to fix us. So we have to be honest, you know. I'm not a hero. I'm nobody. I'm still learning to fix me too. So don't worry. So I know that part also is. So then Aji said, no, it's Aji or Safi. Yeah. Then Safi said that because these women are caught, that's why. Can't remember where I was. Yeah, because these women are caught, that's why. When Safi said that because these women are caught, that's why. When Aji said that your men say that they marry Wolof because Wolof are more jonge and more like know what to do. And Safi said no, it's because they're caught. When Safi says that, then Safi also, then Aji also say, then Safi continues saying, yeah, it's because they're caught, and then Safi also says something that is annoying, it's painful, it's annoying. I'm thinking now if I was Mandinka, you know, sometimes you have to be honest and take yourself out of the situation and just look at it like you're not even inside it. Look at it. Or sometimes you have to look if you were the victim. That's how I look at situation. That's why I always judge it differently, because I always look if I was the victim. So then Safi said something also that, I think it was Safi or Aji. Can't remember this particular time now. I think it was Safi. It was Safi, I think, still. After she said that they're not being caught, which is why their men go for Wolof. And you guys have to be careful because your men say they go for Wolof because Wolof women know how to make love more. And that the Mandinka women, This time she didn't even explain whether it's this man who said this or her opinion. I think this is why they're angry too. She said, and you know how Mandinka women, they're not being taught how to be a good wife. A lot of them, their parents don't teach them this. So they don't teach them how to make love and how to be good in bed and how to do this and do that and how to just be, you know, like a house, They don't teach them this. So they don't know how to do it when they're in the marriage. See, don't say this, and let's just be honest. We will be angry if any Mandinka person do this video too. Let's just be honest. This video, I see it as is fun, loving, cheerable, what's the word? Fun video, but I see the mistakes in it. Let's just be honest. I don't mean no harm. You guys are like my little sisters. If you ask Aji, there was a time I called her even advising her during the Ramadan about something, you know, about one of her videos that said that, you know. So I'm not like, I'm just talking like this, no. Let's just be real. This is a lesson that we all can learn from, because we need more YouTubers, and I'll do a video for us to learn how to come to YouTube. We have to be on YouTube. We don't have many Gambians, and we don't have the confidence. We have to be here. We don't have to lack the confidence. We just have to know how to do it when we're here, and we can have fun together in this YouTube, watch each other, love each other, cheer for each other. But when one do mistake, even if it's me, feel free to come and tell me it. I will not hate you. I will love you more. Because even if you don't tell me the mistake is still there. Everyone will talk about it, drinking their attire, gossiping about me. So I rather you tell me it. So then when she says that, I think that is also a bit. So then, you know, they continue talking about other things, you know, that is not as annoying maybe or as serious, you know, as for me, these things are the most serious thing. The things that I can remember in the video that is something that they shouldn't say is the fact that they say that the Mandinkas, their mother don't really give them good home training. And also the fact that they say that they're cut, that's why they're not good in bed. Because they're dry and that's why the man married Mandinka, a Wolof woman. I think those two are the big wrong thing that I think they shouldn't say. I can't remember. I think it's 3 things, but now I'm just thinking I can't remember the other thing. Okay, I think those are the 2 big things that I think I wish I can take away from the video. This year, miserable, all of us. Okay, when you are miserable, it's like when you are sensitive, when you easily get angry because you're just angry with life, you know. And we all are. Doesn't matter what of Mandinka. 90% of Africans are miserable. That's the reality. It's because our parents are very harsh with us, cannot give us peace growing up, and especially when you're in Europe. People in Africa calling you to ask you for money that you don't even have, and you want to help them so much, and then the pandemic is here. So this year everybody is miserable. Doesn't matter what culture you're from. 90% of the world is miserable, just so you know. So then these people are angry. Okay, now I'll explain to you why they're angry, why I think that their anger is linked to Art Kati issue. So because then we are doing campaign, some Gambians are doing campaign that they want to get Art Kati out of the country. Art Kati, sorry. Then when these Mandinka people see that we are campaigning for Art Kati, and then they see a video of people telling all these things to them, which they think is worse insult than what Art Kati said. Art Kati, sorry, can't pronounce her name. Then they will campaign about that, is it? So then they came to Facebook, doing Facebook Live, you know, and some of them calling in the Facebook Live, insulting the Wolofs. They are the one that is not caught there. Their thing is similar, you know, insulting. And then they turned it to tribalists. Because we have this dirty politics, like I said. And when our former president Jammeh, he used to insult the Mandinkas very much. He used to hate the Mandinkas. And Mandinka is the majority of tribe in Gambia. Jola was Jammeh, is from Jola people. And he used to hate Mandinkas, insult them physically in his videos. So the Mandinkas, I know you've been through a lot. You've been through a lot of pain with Jammeh. But you have to know that Jammeh is gone now. We have to move on. Me, I'm all about moving on. If we cannot move on from the pain, we're not going to get anywhere. You can talk about the pain and try to avoid it from happening again, but you have to move on from it genuinely. You know, you don't have to be revenging, you know, and going crazy. So then, you know, these Mandinkas are used to Jammeh disrespecting them, so they're still angry. So when you say anything, they're so sensitive now. Anything, they'll get angry. But it's like, you know, so they tend to blame the Wolof people more. I know there are some Wolof people and other tribe who don't like other tribe. You know, just the whole world. Some tribe don't like other tribe. Doesn't matter white, blue, green, Asian, whatever. You know, this is reality. But Gambia, we are peaceful. We never really genuinely hate each other. We can just wear. We don't mean any harm. Gambian people can stay here all day arguing with you. For example, where it doesn't mean nothing. They cannot hate someone purely, and Well, you find evil people anywhere you go, but majority of us, we can argue all day but nothing. Well, someone like me, even if you do me wrong, I'll argue all day, but if I see someone doing you wrong, I'll fight for you. You'll be like, you can call me whatever, you know, and I will still not care. When I see things going serious with you, I'll stop the fight and help you. That's how majority of Gambians are. So just so you know, so we don't have tribalist issue. Even though you see people doing Facebook Live or video, for example, saying, Gambia, we have tribalist issue. It's not serious, so don't be scared. It's not like tribalist, no. We all marry each other, we're all happy. But sometimes you hear some tribe saying, this tribe, they're so annoying, or this tribe, they don't like people, or this tribe, they think they own the country. So a lot of people will say Mandinkas, they think they own the country. I don't like this and I don't use this word. But some people do say that is the reality. Some lot of people do say that Mandinkas think they own the country. Mandinkas want to be a president here, but they will never be. Definitely 100%. I hear some Wolof saying this. And I always tell them, you shouldn't say this. Whoever the president is doesn't matter as long as they fix the country. I know some Mandinkas talk like they own the country, so I understand their point, because they will talk like, oh, we are majority of the people. If you don't like it, tough. You know, and we're going to take this country. It's ours. We are majority. You know, we're gonna take it back, because I think the first president before Jammeh was a Mandinka. I'm not sure though. Sadawda Jawara, I think he was, but I'm not 100% sure. So sometimes they'll talk like they want this country because they feel like they deserve it, because they are the majority of the tribe. So it's annoying for other people to have this country. So they talk that African talk sometimes. You know, that's how I see them. That's how a lot of us see what they're saying. And this new president now, he's Mandinka too. He has some Mandinka. I don't know his father is Mandinka or his mother. I don't know which one, but he has some Mandinka and some Fula in him. And I think he's mixed with Sarahule and other tribe, but they don't class him as Mandinka at all. They think he's not full Mandinka, and they just talk like they really want to be the president so much, so desperate that it's scary. You can see in their video. I wouldn't tell you some of the things that they say in their video even. It will be very embarrassing. So. But yeah, they just every time doing videos on Facebook going crazy 24 hours. Sometimes they talk until they lost their voice. They're like, I feel sorry for them so much, you know. So yeah. So then, because this politic thing, the Gambians and the Gambians, Mandinka, Wolof, Jola, whatever, we're not really getting along properly. Like, we get along, but we still have this little between us, you know. But it's never like a war or like genuine hate. And we still marry each other and be happy. So don't worry, it's not affecting the Gambia at all. But we still have this tribalist thing, you know, this tribe, especially on Facebook, in the diaspora Facebook, the Wolofs and the Jolas and stuff, they always like, you know, these other Mandinkas are tribalists, and the Mandinkas are saying the Wolofs are tribalists, or maybe the Jola, but it's more of Mandinka and Wolof thing, you know. The Mandinkas will always say that the Wolof are tribalists, and the Wolof will always say that Mandinkas are tribalists. And sometimes the Mandinkas will go as far as, I never hear Wolof people saying this, but Mandinkas will go as far as saying that people who are half Mandinka and half Wolof or whatever, they're still not Mandinka enough, and that they should keep their Mandinka-ness away. They don't want it. Someone like me, my mom is Keita. My mom thinks that we are Mandimori. She said our original is from Mandimori. We are Mandimori. Job is Mandimori, even something like this she was telling me. And she is also Keita. But because I speak more Wolof, my Mandinkas are not good. My Wolofs are more clear. They will automatically withdraw me from the Wolof, from the Mandinka. When you speak clear Wolof, they just think you're not Mandinka anymore. A lot of them. Not all of them, but a lot of them. So it's just annoying. I wish this little thing will just be more calm, even if it's not going to disappear. But because we're too mature for this, you know, this Mandinka Wolof thing, you know, this, it's just so annoying and useless and just pointless and embarrassing. But yeah, it's what's going on between us. So it's very hard, because a lot of my family members are married to pure Mandinkas, you know, like that speak Mandinka correctly, you know, that they believe they are Mandinka. Especially my older sister, who is my best friend. All her children cannot speak any Wolof, just Mandinka. Even the one that's named after me. The whole house is Mandinka. And my younger sister is married to a Sarahule guy, you know, like my family, we just married to anybody. We're not like same race, you know. But some people really don't want their children to marry Mandinka or Wolof. But it's not many. Or Sarahule or Jola and stuff. Some tribe in Gambia want to keep their family to their family, but it's not many. We're very open-minded and but that's another video, you know. If you guys want me to do a video about how to marry a Gambian woman, or what to watch out for if you want to marry a Gambian woman, or what is the marriage, and culture thing, like in Gambia, you know, like this thing, you know, like just I'll do a special video for that. Okay, I'll think about how to explain it if you guys request that. So yeah, we have this little, especially people in the diaspora, like I said, we are bored and we have internet and we want to fix our culture and we don't have a lot of people to talk to and we're used to talking a lot. That's the reality. So we just jump on the Facebook Live then, you know. I used to do that too, but now I do it here. As you can see, I'm always here talking. So yeah, someone like me, I grew up with a lot of families, sisters, you know, and my mom and stuff. So we used to talking under the mango tree and just talking all day, you know. Not all day, all the time. Of course, I grew up. It's another story. If you guys want me to do a little brief explanation of how I grew up, I will do a video about that. Because it's not like I was sitting under the mango tree all the time. But I grew up with no TV, so we just talk to each other, you know, like, that's why I'm like, Many of us have that. It's an African thing. Even if you have TV, you're used to talking to each other. So I think this is why we just come to Facebook and shout all day, you know, like, and sometimes we'll come and start saying, I don't want tribalists. Why you guys always saying Mandinka this? And the other one will be like, why you guys saying all of this? But most of the time, as I'm watching, I do see both sides, that we think that the Mandinkas think that the Wolofs are not loving them and the Wolof think that the Mandinkas are not loving them and respecting them. Simply because when one person agree with the Mandinka, they will insult the Mandinkas. For example, they will say, you Mandinkas are this, you're like this, you're like that. And then the whole Mandinkas will think that the whole of the Wolof seeing them like that. And I always say, I don't understand this. When the Wolof person agree with the Mandinka and the Mandinka person say, you Wolof people are like this, you Wolof people are not cut there, you Wolof people are this, you're like that, you're tribalist, you're wicked, for example, the whole of the Wolof will think that the whole of the Mandinkas are seeing them like that. And I always also don't understand this. I always tell people, one individual Ami Job, for example, the way she think, the way she talk, how is that representing the whole of Wolof or the whole of Job people? That's just Ami Job with her little tiny brain talking. Why are you blaming the whole Wolof for that? Ami Job is talking now for the whole Wolof. And they will say that's how they are. Ami Job is talking for all of them. That's what they have in their mentality. That's why Ami Job is saying it. I know we all say this sometimes, okay? And this is evil. For example, Ami Job might say this, and Ami Job might have 10, 20 people that is supporting her for her rudeness. Doesn't mean that the rest of the people are still Ami Job. It does say a lot, I understand. When someone is standing there insulting a whole race and they're getting likes and share, of course you're gonna think that that's how they all think. You shouldn't like and share anyone that is abusing a race. Even if they're abusing one person, you shouldn't not to mention a race. I would never like and share that type of video. I'm too mature for that. But some people will like and share the type of video. For example, someone will be saying, you Mandinkas this, you Mandinkas that. And then the other will be saying, you all of this, you all of that. And people will like and share it. That is insane. I've seen those type of videos. So I know why we are like this. Until we stop sharing those type of videos, and until we stop doing those type of videos, no matter how our mental health is all over the place, we still watch what we are going to say. Until we stop going for the whole race, or whole continent, or whole nation, we cannot have peace. We can correct our situation, but we have to use mindfulness, respect, and kindness. Even though I know it's very hard, we can practice it. It's doable. So I'm going to try to wrap this, but I'm going to talk about this Sise guy. So then Sise guy, he then revenge. After this woman said this, you know, after this thing happened, these two YouTubers said this, and then this was, okay, I'll explain why this is a problem even. What am I talking about? So this is a problem because after these two YouTubers did this was a long time ago, over a month ago. I think it was since Ramadan, they said. But it's only a problem now. When this thing come out 2 days ago on Facebook and they're making angry, you know, I think it's 2 or 3 days ago it come out on Facebook, and they made, and this particular Facebook, famous Facebook woman that have a platform that talk on Facebook, this Mandinka woman, she make a video and other Mandinkas calling, insulting, you know, some men, some women, typing also insulting, which is really insane. And they just saying the Wolof are the only one insulting Mandinka, and that's not true. The last time one woman insulted Mandinka, one old woman, she's Jola, and just because she speak in Wolof language. By the way, this girl, they find out that these girls are not Wolof at all, or they have like very small thing to do with Wolof. They found out that yesterday after they insult us. They insult us Wolof day before yesterday. And then yesterday, she did another live video and she find out that these people are not Wolof, or they're not fully Wolof at all. They're not Wolof, even they hardly Wolof. They just speak Wolof language. Then they come, but she apologized, but she apologized really horribly. It's like she doesn't want to apologize. It's like, I'm apologizing, but it's not like I'm scared of the Wolof or anything, but I'm just going to apologize because and then some other man calling. I couldn't believe it that this man calling, whoever this man is, I think he's called Jelly something, talking there for half an hour and saying that Wolof people are the only one that always disrespect us. So this is always Wolof people. Even though they know those people are not Wolof still. They're saying that. And even though they know that the last person insulted the Mandinkas is that's this old woman that insulted the Mandinkas from this other woman party called, I don't know what, Marie. She's Jola, but she speaks in Wolof. So when someone speaks in Wolof and insults somebody, does it mean that they're from that tribe? I can speak English now and insult you. Does that mean it's the English people that are insulting you? So they say now, from now on, when someone insults them, they will try to find out who that person grandparent is and their mother. So they will know they're not Wolof before they can insult the whole Wolof. I hope they will do that. Hence, they're not going to stop insulting. Because someone is insane and they're rude and they're talking to you, doesn't mean you have to insult back the whole community. Just insult that person then. But if you insult back the whole community, you are as rude and as mental as that person. Then the circle keep going. But anyway, you can do that. Me, I will never insult the whole Mandinka just because some sick Mandinka insult the whole Wolof. I can insult the whole Mandinka now if I want. Just because you guys did that video insulting us, calling us smelly for not being caught, whatever. But I only reply for myself. I didn't insult the whole Mandinka. I just say I'm not smelling. I said that in my video yesterday. And I'm saying it again today. I'm not smelling because I'm not caught. But I'm not gonna like insult the whole Mandinka and say, you guys are caught, that's why your nang, your is da. Like I said that before in a video. I never did it in a rage way. I do it like talking like this. But I will never do that again. Because I realize people that are so rude and arrogant and insane and don't know how to talk to human beings, they don't have value for themselves. You expect them to value other human beings. I'm not gonna allow them to just insult the whole Wolof, and I will insult the whole Mandinkas. And I have some Mandinkas who love me and watch me and they respect me, and I'm going to insult them, you know. And I'm from Mandinka myself, so why will I insult them? My mother said that we're from Mandimori. I confirmed that not long ago. Anyway, so then this Sise guy who is in the UDP, who is very violent, he said the president supposed to go when the 3 years arrived that he promised people after we took over Jammeh. But he's refusing. He wants to stay for 5 years. So then he created this group called 3 Year Junta. And this group, I think, is about a year now. They start attacking when the 3 years complete, it's a year ago now, yeah. They went attacking the government for the government to get out by force, and the government refused, of course. So they were fighting with the armies and the other supporters of the government, and some of them get injured. One of them, his whole jaw fall out. It was on the Facebook Live. His whole jaw fall out. I cannot forget that pain. So then he want to create that again. He said in this middle of this pandemic, he said that he's going to create the 3 Year Junta again, end of this month. People have to get out. And he's talking from UK. He's not in Gambia. He said his group in Gambia are going to get out to try to go and get the president out of the state house, just like they come into Amijo and say, get off the chair and just drag me out. So they say they're going to do that again, which they know is not going to happen. They're going to be having the armies to deal with, of course. So I hope that's not going to happen. I don't want to see another jaw falling out, you know, in the Facebook Live. So, and then he'd been saying that. So I did a video for him about that a few days ago, but I think it was in my language. So then he started again, when he saw this video, this thing that I'm telling you, that this trend I'm telling you that is going on Facebook about this woman video, you know, he then made a video about it. He's like, oh, it's the government who is allowing these people to insult us. They're supposed to make a law. I tell them to make a law that when anyone insults any tribe, they're supposed to be going to prison for I don't know how long, 2 years. And they're supposed to be charged, I don't know, he explained some amount of money that they should be charged. The video is in the Mandinka video that I posted this morning about this issue. And this particular woman that did a video and people were insulting yesterday, no, the day before yesterday. Just the beginning of the video is there, but the whole video is not there. But the one she did yesterday is there, because I don't want to put the whole insult video there. It's like I'm insulting my own world of people. So that's why I didn't put that day before yesterday video. So Then he said that if anyone insult people, the governments have to do the one A, B, and C about it. If not, now Gambian people listening, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. If anyone insult any tribe from now on, break one of their eye, break one of their hand, and yeah, that's what we're going to do from now on. We're going to take the matter in our hand, hence the government is not doing nothing. I'm telling all of you that in Gambia watching me, if anyone insult any tribe again, break one of their eye and break one of their hand. The moment he said that, I then say, ooh, so you guys agree with this man who break one of your woman's eye. One of their women called Binta, who is in their party, I wanted to do topic about that. One of their women who is called Binta, who is in their political party in Gambia, went to a meeting where she had a fight with one of the guy who is in their political party as well, and the woman is married with children, and the man is also married with children. Punched this married woman in the eye, and her eye was so swollen like this. I'll see if I can see the video and post it. And they did not do nothing about it. Some of them actually coming to Facebook Live, including this Fatoumata woman who did this Facebook Live that people were calling. I'll put her picture. She did this Facebook Live that people were calling, insulting the Wolof. She said that that woman that is been punched and her eye is broken, she deserved it because I couldn't believe it. So this is why the Gambian people are scared of the UDP party. People say that UDP are very violent. This is why they don't want UDP to be a government. This is why the UDP people are so paranoid and panicking and going crazy and forcing themselves, because they know that the whole of Gambia is afraid of them. You're not helping your party. Your party is the biggest party in Gambia. I think your party might even be bigger than Barrow, I'm not sure, the president party. But you are scaring people. When it comes to reality for people to vote, people will be scared, they will withdraw. I really want the government to go because he will never focus in the healthcare. Or I don't know how hard it is to fix the healthcare. He never even visit any hospital since he arrived. We always been crying for him to go and visit the hospitals. He went to visit some chicken factory, some poultry factory, and he went to visit other things that he wants, and he's doing campaign everywhere. But he will never go to any hospital and visit them. The president himself, never. And he hardly talked to us when we need him to talk to us. Right now, he's not even addressing the nation, and everybody want him to come and talk to us about the coronavirus cases going. You know, every country, when the coronavirus case is going high, you will see the president or the prime minister or whoever the hell that is to come and talk to people. The president is like, he's dead, he disappeared. He's not talking to us. The way they handle the coronavirus is insane. He tried really tiny bit of effort. And just his whole presidency is like really tiny bit of effort. I know we don't have patience because we've been suffering for 22 years with Jammeh, and we're in a hurry for Gambia to be fixed. I know, and I know we still don't. I've been saying this too. We have to give him time. But he's not giving us courage to give him time. Even this Eid Pass is one of the biggest Eid in Gambia. I never see him give a Eid message. I can't remember him giving Eid message. Last year, Eid too, it was the big Eid like this. He never give a Eid message. I think he gave Eid message with the Ramadan Eid, I'm not sure. He just doesn't talk to us and we need him to talk to us. I know also why he doesn't talk to us much might be the fact that his English are not very good. They're getting better now a little bit. But at first when he started talking, people were bullying his English too much, which is also bad. People were just bullying his English, the opposition from nowhere, bullying his English, that he's not graduate from university or whatever. And he can't speak English, bullying him. And I was telling people to not do this. We all don't know English. Africans don't know English, especially Gambia. It's one of the #1 countries that lack education. So all our mothers, our parents, even if we've been to school and university, most of us, our parents don't know nothing about English. So why are you bullying someone for English? Anyway, I think that kind of like dragged his confidence, So him and the first lady, they hardly talk to us. The first lady, two people bully her English so much. So that's the situation of Gambia politics. Pray for us. And the coronavirus is going higher in Gambia, but these people are politicizing it, doing videos telling people to don't care about it. It doesn't exist. So, and the healthcare is so bad. Like I said, if you guys want me to do a video about the healthcare, let me know. Extremely bad. And imagine they're telling people to not believe in coronavirus. People that already don't believe in it. So is so bad. So yeah, this is just what I wanted to say. Seriously, behave yourself. Do not go telling people to be violent in Gambia when someone insult. I'm going to say one thing about the insult before I go, by the way. This is the culture that everyone insult their children all day, by the way. I'm a Ninka woman and a Wolof woman. I'm going to focus on those two. I'm not going to talk about the other tribes. I'm going to focus on those two that I know more. A Mandinka woman will tell their children, go and buy me sugar. You know, normally you send the children to buy sugar from the corner shop or to buy you low. Low is the firewood that the woman used to cook. The children will buy the firewood and carry it. Go and buy me firewood, and the children go and buy firewood and they take 5 minutes longer or 1 minute long. You'll be like, I send you to go and buy firewood. You normally come back 5 minutes after or 10 minutes after, but now you take in 20 minutes. You'll be like, you will hit the child for taking 5 minutes longer or 10 minutes, okay? You will insult them, but let me use other things that you insult them more often. For example, the child jumping and screaming and playing, you know? Or for example, you just clean the room. Clean, you know, your room. You wake up in the morning, clean the room. Africa, we do that a lot. Especially if your children are younger, they cannot do that. You do it yourself before you go to the market to come and cook. And the child will be jumping, 2, 3-year-old, 4-year-old, jumping, playing with another child, or most of the time it's like 2 or more children in the house. And you'll be like, I just fixed that bed, or I just fixed that sofa, or I just fixed the house, and look at you messing the house. I'm coming, let me come and you did this? Let me come and cut your solima. Solima is someone that is not cut, you know? So you like, let me come and cut you. That's the big insult that like people that don't cut don't like to hear. And this is what they say to the children who just drop a cup of water or just mess the house because you just cleaned house, or just jump on the sofa, or just jumping on the bed or whatever. Or even if they're fighting, you're like, let me come and domi haram. Jankadingo. Jankadingo is domi haram. It's people that you know, if when you have a child out of wedlock, what's that word? When you have a child and you're not married, that's domi haram, and that's jankadingo. We hate this word. We take this word so seriously. When someone tell you jankadingo, you want to die. When someone tell you, you know, solima, who is not caught, you want to die. When someone tell you your mother's private part, you want to die. Or your father's private part. But this is how we raise our children, using this word the whole time. I don't use them on my children because I understand the damage of using them, and when they grow up you don't want them to use it. How is that? How stupid is that? The bad thing is insane for majority of us, not all of us, by the way. Salute for some of us, but the majority of us. Then we will tell the children, you know, it's solima, batunganange, solima fara, which is let me come and cut your uncut thingy. And then the other one will, the Wolof woman will say that karam chi karmanyonga de karamunyo, you know, batunga, let me come and thingy your mother. I don't want to say the word, you know, like sleep with the mother. We use that word a lot. I don't want to say it. I'm trying so hard to not say it in this video. I don't know why. I think as I'm more close to Allah, I'm more like feeling guilty of saying certain words. So they will say like, let me come and sleep with your mother. That's the kind of insult we use. You say that to the 2, 5-year-old, 6, 7-year-old for doing anything wrong. You know how people in Europe, they will say, effing, don't effing do that. You know how people here when they're angry, they say that. No, for us we say, let me come and sleep with your mother. Or, I'm gonna do this to your mother's private part. And when that child grow up and have a fight with somebody and argue with somebody and say your mother's private part, I'm gonna do this to your mother's private part, then that person want to die. If you guys know the amount of people in Gambia and Senegal, I don't know other African countries, that even in Europe here, people from Gambia and Senegal that are lying in prison because their fellow person, especially the men, because the fellow man tell them your mother's private part, or I'm gonna do this to your mother. Do the thing with your mother. And they stab the person. I know somebody that, you know, a friend of one of my sister's husband. He's still lying in prison in Senegal. Leave his beautiful wife and 2 young children because somebody tell him, I'm gonna do this to your mother, or your mother private part. But this is what we say all day, cooking and laughing and chatting. Even the men, when they're happy drinking attire together, joking and, you know, drinking attire together. If you guys want me to do attire video, let me know, by the way. A lot of you know it, but some of you don't. So attire is our green tea, and there's a way we do it. You know, it's what we do for fun in Gambia and Senegal. They will be like, boy, mother private part, boy, I'm so happy today. Mother private part, boy, look at this country, man. Mother private part, boy, it's so hot, it's raining. Boy, I'm gonna do this to your mother private part. Why are you saying this to me? Oh, give me my hat. I'm gonna do this to your mother private part. Give me my hat. That's what they joke about for nothing. A lot of them, especially the ones that smoke weed and stuff. The children hearing this, they joke and laugh and nothing happened. But the same thing, when they're angry with you, they say it to you, then you want to kill them and you stab them. Isn't that stupid and dumb? Number one, I know it's an annoying word and disrespectful, but it's just someone rude calling your mother private part. What have got to do with you disrespecting your mother? Why do you have to go to prison to suffer your mother now for going to prison just for that? And a lot of these people, they don't even have respect for their mother. They don't have genuine respect for their mother when they can fight and go to prison for someone calling their mother private part when they don't even respect their mother themselves. They talk to their mother anyhow. Our culture is very confusing and funny and insane sometimes, but it's also amazing at the same time. So hopefully you guys understand our culture now. If we want to end the insulting, we have to stop from stopping to insult the children all day. Whatever they did. I'm gonna cut your this. I'm gonna do this to your mother. I'm gonna do this to your father. Your father this, your mother this. And then when the children grow up repeating this, you say no. But the children, that's how you tell them this all day. And when they go outside fighting with other children, they also say that to each other. From a young age, they'll fight each other because this one said to me, your mother this, your father this. But when you come home, that's exactly what your mother will tell you for dropping a cup of water or just messing the sofa or jumping or doing anything. Even if they send you to give me water or go and buy me sugar and you're late, they'll tell you the same thing. Hello? Even here, if you're raising a child that you don't want the child to swear, you don't swear. You don't use the effing word on them every minute if you don't want them to use it. It's common sense. So, like I've been saying this in my language for years, that if we want to end the insulting, we have to stop insulting the children. Try to tell all your family in Africa, anyone that watching this video, and you're from Gambia or Senegal, tell your family to stop insulting the children when they're doing something wrong. They can correct them, but don't go in mother private part, father private part. I'm gonna cut your this. Even if the child is already cut, you still tell them, I'm gonna cut your this, your uncut this. It's Solima, is you uncut, you dirty uncut thing. Even if the child is already cut, you just say it so the child will know this is an insult, so they can use it for people who are not in cut. If you don't want people that are not cut to insult you, don't insult them. If you don't want people that are cut to not insult you, don't insult them. If you don't want children grow up not insulting, don't insult them. If you want Gambia to have peace, you want to be a president, politic with kindness and mindfulness. Do not bring evilness and war. This is what I wanted to say for today's current affair. Hopefully that you guys pick up certain things here. Hopefully you listen to this video with mindfulness. I don't do this video for you to pick up something again, just like the other video that I explained that you guys pick up these things and then just go and do another video again, going crazy, But if that's what you want, of course, you're welcome. I'm a joke, I'm so easy. So you can do video. If you do video for me, for example, when I'm not happy, I will just come and do video, but I will not insult. Even if you insult my entire generation, I wouldn't insult you. So yeah, you guys have a good day, and I'm gonna see you guys again next time. Like the video, like I said, if you like it, so I know that you appreciate my 1 hour of screaming that I like to do for you guys. So yeah, I'm gonna try to take a break. Hopefully it's not gonna be a mega current affair that is coming, so then you will not see me for another 2-3 days. Me, I cannot take a long break, but yeah, I'll come back then, and let me know if you guys want me to do a Wolof lesson then or English lesson. I have comedy video that is coming up that I planned. It's going to be my first reaction to random Facebook videos, comedy video. And I want to do the first one in English or Wolof. I'm thinking. Let me know which one you want it to be. So I'm going to be reacting to random comedy, little clip, little funny or insane or maybe amazing, but it's going to be little funny Facebook videos that I've been collecting and some from Instagram. So I'm just gonna react to them, like you see. I have this in mind. I've never tried it, but I'm looking forward to trying it. So yeah, and I also have another video coming up for how to make a little newborn baby sleep. A lot of people struggle with this. I did in the past too, you know, struggling with the fact that the newborn babies cannot sleep at night. There's a technique you can use that work. So I have those videos coming. So yeah, thank you for watching. Stay blessed. Stay away from crowded places without a face mask, because this virus is real. Try to tell your family in Africa to protect themselves, to not listen to no one, to not listen to anybody, and that this virus is real. Protect yourself, stay positive, stay safe. We all have to work on getting better in life every day. No one is perfect. So I hope we will all work on us every day. I am working on me every day. Thank you for watching. See you guys again soon. Bye. Take care.